Hello, my name is Lynn McVeigh, and this is my signature project, part 2. My research paper was on distance learning, the academic effects of virtual learning, grades 9 through 12. The problem this study will address is the impact distance learning had on the student population during the 2 years that we had to provide a digital platform for students and teachers. The students that participated in the virtual learning process had a lower grade point average or were retained in one or more subjects due to failing grades during COVID-19 and did not participate in the brick and mortar setting. As a teacher, I could not communicate as I normally would with my students or see them due to having provide the power standards for the specific curriculum to the counselors. This was detrimental to their success, and as research would show, students who attend brick and mortar were better prepared academically than those who did not. According to research, the virtual school enrollment, community demographics, and access to the internet had a negative impact on student achievement. This study aims to show that brick and mortar is more effective with overall student achievement than distance learning. The graphical data displayed shows a significant difference in the year before COVID. The data was retrieved from district-level documentation and was collected for continuous academic improvement and possible virtual learning options. Students that were brick and mortar compared to the distance learning platform. The students that were physically in school had more opportunities to see their teachers and ask questions if needed. They could consult with peers or have group discussion in class with their peers according to student surveys. The graph shows a significant decrease in student achievement, academic growth, and graduation rates. It was also essential to validate this because the state provided waivers for all school districts due to COVID. We were not formally graded or we did not receive a report card. Sampling method and the simple description include issues surrounding the differences in the student achievement and progress are brick and mortar students who are provided more hands-on opportunities and group and individual instruction that shows more positive outcomes than online learning. This study will also offer a significant number of students that prefer having a physical teacher to collaborate with instead of online instruction using the survey data. The expanded impact will provide a more holistic approach to educating students in a traditional setting. Data will be collected from a previous year, COVID-19 years, and the last year for comparison in monitoring academic achievement, academic growth, and graduation rates to determine if the brick and mortar process was more effective than when students were engaged in the distance learning process. This study will determine if students were more successful online or if physical engagement played an intricate role in their advancement using the data from the previous year and the following year. This study will also determine if there were any significant differences in attendance issues when having to log in or physically attend the school, which would positively or negatively affect academic achievement and progress. Finally, the study will look at the decrease in the graduation rate using surveys from the seniors and how this played a role in the graduation rate for those students for the 18 and 19 school years. The students in this high school district showed a significant decrease in academic achievement, in performance, attendance, and graduation rates during distance learning due to COVID-19 than when they were in the brick and mortar setting. This study will provide an informative look at why brick and mortar is essential to student success in this school district and how the lack of physical contact with peers, teachers, and counselors affected overall performance across the board while on a distance learning platform. Instrumentation that will be used in this study will include district-level annual reports, student achievement reports, student progress reports, student graduation rate reports, and student surveys. The Alabama State Department of Education provides each school district with a report card that is reported nationally. The report card is public knowledge to provide information for the community and others interested in the school's progress. The validity of this report is essential when funding state, local, and federal funding. The importance of accuracy determines whether the school districts continue to have accreditation, so state and federal funding will continue to assist with student academic progress, athletic involvement, and college and career-ready accomplishments. The issues surrounding the differences in the student achievement and progress are brick-and-mortar students who are provided more hands-on opportunities and group and individual instruction that shows more positive outcomes than online learning. This study will also offer significant number of students prefer having physical teacher to collaborate with instead of online instruction using the survey data. The expected impact will be provided a more holistic approach to educating students in a traditional setting. Students were selected on information from distance learning platform and traditional brick-and-mortar platform. The students' data were based on the year before COVID-19 and compared to the distance learning school year 2019-2020 to determine the significant decrease in academic achievement overall. This study will use data gathered from various sources from the pre-COVID years and compared to the years of COVID-19. Then data will be compiled from post-COVID years for a span of 3 to 5 year period. This data will be collected to determine if there is a significant decrease in academic achievement, growth, and graduation rate for students that have returned to brick-and-mortar setting to the students that are continuing to use the virtual platform. After the conclusion of 3 years, the Strategic Planning Committee will access the outcomes and determine what is more beneficial for students and the surrounding community concerning the educational outcome for this school district during the 4 to 5 years of completion of the study. The committee will include the last 2 years of data and implement an academic plan that will be justified by research, data analysis, and input to determine the future educational pathway as a guide. This will be presented to the local Board of Education for the Honeysuckle High School District for evaluation and approval. These are a few of the definitions of brick-and-mortar online distance platform: academic achievement, academic growth, graduation rate. The same 59 students will be included in the study from the school year 2018 as brick-and-mortar and 2019 as distance learners. Then comparisons will be made using the data collected to determine those particular students' academic performance, academic progress, and for seniors' graduation rates. Those 59 students from 9th through 12th grades will be participants in the study anonymously, and the data will be collected from those individuals in distance learning platform. Confidentiality will be maintained and data secured. This particular study promotes no intimate threat to specific students in a particular area due to data being received through reports, surveys, and previous records. COVID-19 resulted in disruption of special education and rehabilitation services for children with disabilities and their families, changes in daily routines brought up additional responsibilities to parents of children with disabilities. Data shows that declines have been larger in math than in reading for special population learners during the distance learning years. Research shows that distance learning is a growing platform for high school society. Back here. This is now part of the educational platform, and the most school districts have to accommodate students opting to participate in a blended learning or virtual learning environment. This study will provide information showing decreased student academic performance, progress, and graduation rates. This study will also show that students in this district prefer a brick-and-mortar setting. Identifying best practices with the way the brick-and-mortar versus district learning will be addressed in the school system to provide a blended learning environment that assesses the outcome with grades, attendance, and participation. The authors recommend flexible learning options for the teaching and learning that include both online and blended learning opportunities that provide student choice and agency over the learning experience, but also enable the institution to be better equipped for the uncertain future that education holds. The issues surrounding the differences in student achievement and progress are brick-and-mortar students who are provided more hands-on opportunities and group and individual instruction that shows more positive outcomes than online learning. This study will also offer a significant number of students prefer having physical teacher to collaborate with instead of online instruction using the survey data. The expected impact will be to provide a more holistic approach to educating students in a traditional setting. Though through a cooperative, reflective, and problem-solving approach to examining classroom practice, action research and education aims to enhance both teaching and learning. Planning, implementing, observing, and commenting on changes made to practice are all phases of the action research. Thank you for taking your time to listen to my signature project part 2. Have a good evening. Thanks.